beef chunks, pieces of beef. I usually buy a large piece and cut it up. It's cheaper that way, but this particular one is like family size. It's ginormous. And per portion, it was cheaper, so I splurged and bought it, and I'm going to put the rest of it away in the freezer in smaller portions. Cumin, chili powder. I have garbanzo beans, 2 cans of black beans. I meant to get one of kidney beans. You can use as many or whatever kind of beans as you want. Crushed tomatoes, which I'm going to put through the food processor and make them more pureed. An onion, olive oil, carrots, and celery. So let's get started. If you're using tinned beans or canned beans, they have a slimy, they end up they're like a slimy, and you have to rinse them very well. And somebody down here thinks that I'm making tuna. It's beans. You want to smell? Here. I know you like beans and you'll want some later, but I'm not making tuna right now, sorry. Look at all that yummy, icky looking juice there. Let's rinse the beans off really well. I'm preparing the carrots and celery, and I'm peeling the funky outsides of the carrots. I mean, you could wash them down and not peel them, it's okay. This is the kind of peeler I like to use. My mom has a different kind, but I like this. You can also drag it across narrow pieces of cheese for thin slices of cheese, and it works really well. And I never get cut on this thing. I used to get cut on the one my mom had. I put the beans on to drain. I rinse them off and they're draining. And now I'm going to cut up onion, celery, and carrots. Put them over there in my little food processor and cut them up fine. And then we'll go from there. I'm going to chop up onion, carrot, celery. I love this. This happens to be a Cuisinart, but it doesn't matter if it works for you. This is a baby one, and I bought it on sale. Always on sale, folks. A little noisy. Whoop. That's good enough. I cut the pieces of beef into smaller pieces, and because I'm having problems with my teeth right now, I'm going to grind them up into like a hamburger in my little machine as well. What I'll probably do at this point, once I have the chili going, is I'll chop up the rest of my meat and maybe grind some of it and put it in separate freezer bags and label it. And might as well do that since I've got everything out. You see, it grinds into hamburger, or what we know as hamburger meat, or minced beef, or whatever you call it wherever you live. So it works out pretty cool. Pretty cool. After the preparation, we get to start working on our chili. The way I make it. In a large pan I have the Holy Trinity, the onion, celery, carrots, and some olive oil. I'll put it on heat. Can you see it back there? Yeah, this is stovetop, only some of the burners work. So I'm going to heat them for probably, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 12 to 15, it depends. I will do it over medium to low heat till the vegetables start to soften a little bit, and then I'll take them out and start on the meat. I'm with making of my chili. I pulled out the sauteed trio, and it's waiting. It'll soften up more after the chili cooks. I have 2 hamburgers worth. Half pound, I think. I think these are quarter-pound type hamburgers. Ground beef. That's what I'm using. Little salt and pepper. Alright, where is it? Okay. Pepper. Salt. Also, now is when I incorporate it with cumin. My sister-in-law thinks cumin smells like feet. Maybe it does. Mexican cooking and Southwest cooking uses a lot of cumin. I use a lot of cumin. Most people don't like that much. This is chili powder. This is the ground up chili. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's going to be kind of hot. Oh well, I could get in there and try to dig some of it out, but I'm just going to go with it. The next few days are supposed to be really cold to stave off infections. The hot chili powder gets your sinuses going and all the germs go out instead of in. I'll heat this up till it starts to cook. I'll get back with you in just a moment. Okay. And there's hardly any, except for the olive oil that I sauteed it in, there's hardly any fat because when I trimmed the meat, I could trim it the way I wanted to, so I did. Back into this. I know this is kind of a lot of celery carrots, but I like it. Usually you can use like the V8 or the vegetable tomato juice, and you don't need to put these in. But this is a, usually, if you don't have to put this much in, it's a good way to hide vegetables when you've got children. They think they're just eating chili. And the vegetables are in here, and they're good for you. If you don't put that many in, they hide. I mean, if you don't have really large pieces, kids don't know it. Then in goes my crushed tomatoes, tomato puree, whatever you want to call it. Actually, you can put in diced tomatoes if you like it a little more interesting. Okay. And let's give that a stir. With a thick pasty stuff. Yum yum. I know, probably doesn't look very good, but it is good. Now comes the interesting part. I put whatever beans I want in there. Kidney beans, white beans, garbanzo beans, otherwise known as chickpea. That's what this is. Black beans, I love black beans. Black beans are full of a lot of proteins. I think magnesium, which I'm low in right now. I figured it out. I try to do my own health care and keep as healthy as possible. So I learned to recognize when I'm low in something. Low in iron or low in magnesium. Uh-oh, runaway bean. He sacrificed himself to me. Now this, I will serve over pasta. The term chili mac is chili over macaroni pasta. This is a little thick. I can make it thinner. As it heats up, it might thin down a little. But I just have to let that cook. Put it on low and let it cook. Let it go. Putting it on low. I'll put the lid on. You can cook for 2 or 3 hours if you want it to. And yes, it's lots of protein in this. Lots of protein. And yes, your rear end might speak to you later. Toot, toot, toot. But it's a lot of protein in here. With protein comes poop. Oh, I'm going to cross-stitch that on a wall hanging. With protein comes poop. That goes in the kitchen, right? Now to build my chili mac. So my chili on top of some macaroni. And I'll sprinkle some cheese. I don't have any crackers or bread, but this will do. This will do nicely. Let's give it a taste, shall we? And up we go. Okay. It's hot. Yummy. Upward and onward.